My name is Karen A. Curley. I'm 28 years old, and until 3 months ago, I thought I knew exactly where my life was going. I had a steady job, savings I was proud of, and a boyfriend named Malcolm Reed, who I believed was not just part of my present, but the person standing beside me in every version of my future. Malcolm and I had been together for 4 years. We met during a community art event where he was showcasing his paintings in a small rented hall downtown. His work was raw, emotional, full of color and unfinished edges, and when he talked about it, his whole face changed. He had this way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room, like every word you said mattered. I fell hard, probably faster than I should have. Malcolm had dropped out of college years before we met because of family financial issues. He rarely talked about it in front of other people, but in quiet moments, when we were sitting on my couch after dinner or driving home late, he would mention how incomplete he felt without that degree. He said it made him feel behind, like everyone else had crossed a bridge he had been forced to stand beside. 2 years into our relationship, he told me he wanted to go back and finish business administration. It was not cheap, but I told him I would help. I was doing well enough, and honestly, I wanted to see him happy. I paid for tuition, books, fees, almost everything. About $23,000 over 2 years. At first, he was grateful. Really grateful. We celebrated his good grades with cheap champagne and takeout. He would talk about our future like it was already waiting for us. A better job. A house. Trips we would take after he graduated. Maybe even marriage. Though he always said it softly. Like a promise he was saving for the right moment. I believed every word. Then, 3 weeks before graduation, something changed. Malcolm became distant. His texts got shorter. He canceled plans, saying finals were draining him. When I asked what was wrong, he said he was stressed and needed space to focus. I believed him because finals are stressful, and because loving someone often means giving them the benefit of the doubt, even when your stomach is telling you not to. I tried to be supportive. I ordered his favorite takeout when he said he was too busy to cook. I sent encouraging messages before exams. I told myself the distance would pass after graduation, that we were just tired, that the finish line always made people emotional. Then came the conversation that broke something in me. It was a Tuesday evening. I drove to his apartment with flowers because I knew he had been overwhelmed. When I walked in, he was on the couch with his laptop, and he barely looked up. "Hey," I said, holding out the flowers. "Thought you could use these." He glanced at them and gave me a weak smile. "Thanks. You can put them in the kitchen." I did, then sat beside him. "So graduation is coming up. I was thinking we could go out and celebrate after the ceremony. Maybe that Italian place you love." His face changed before he said a word. He closed his laptop slowly and turned toward me. "About that," he said. My chest tightened. "What?" "I don't think you should come to the graduation." I laughed because I honestly thought he was joking. "What do you mean?" "It's going to be really crowded," he said. "I only have a limited number of tickets. My parents are coming, my sister and some close friends. There's not enough space." I stared at him. "Malcolm, I paid for your school. I've been with you through every paper, every exam, every panic attack. You're telling me I can't come?" He looked uncomfortable and would not meet my eyes. "It's not like that." "Then what is it like?" He sighed as if I was being difficult. "It's more of a family and real friends thing. You understand, right?" Real friends. Those two words hit harder than shouting would have. "Real friends," I repeated. "What am I then?" "Don't make this a big deal," he said. "You can celebrate with me another time." I sat there for a moment, letting the truth settle around me. 4 years, $23,000. Every late night, every encouragement, every bill quietly paid so he could become the man he said he wanted to be. And somehow, when the moment came to stand beside him, I did not even count as real. I stood up without another word, grabbed my jacket, and walked to the door. "Karen," he called after me. I did not stop. I drove home in silence with my hands wrapped tight around the steering wheel, and for the first time in 4 years, I wondered if I had been building a future with someone who had already written me out of it. I did not contact Malcolm for a week. Not because I was calm, and not because I had moved on, but because I knew if I spoke too soon, I would beg for an explanation from someone who had already given me the answer. He had said it clearly enough. Family and real friends. I was neither. He texted a few times like nothing serious had happened. "How's your day? Miss you. Hope you're not still upset." I stared at those messages until the words blurred, but I did not respond. There is a specific kind of cruelty in someone hurting you deeply, then acting as if your silence is the problem. Then graduation day came. I knew I should not check his social media, but pain makes you do foolish things while pretending it is research. I opened Instagram, and there he was, Malcolm in his cap and gown, smiling bigger than I had seen him smile in weeks. His parents stood beside him. His sister was there. Friends from his program surrounded him. Everyone looked proud, bright, complete. And then I saw her. A woman I did not recognize was standing beside him in multiple pictures, her arm around his waist in one, his hand resting on her shoulder in another. She had long, dark hair, a fitted green dress, and the kind of smile people wear when they are not worried about being questioned. The captions told me everything Malcolm had not. "So happy for you and Deanna. Cutest couple." Another photo, posted by Malcolm himself, said, "Celebrating with my favorite people." Favorite people. I sat on the edge of my bed with the phone in my hand, and something inside me went cold. Her name was Deanna. After a little searching, I found out she was in his program. They had met during his first semester back. I scrolled through old campus posts, group projects, study sessions, fundraiser photos. She had been there for months, always near him, always close enough that I should have noticed if I had known where to look. But I had been busy paying tuition. I had been busy believing him. 2 days after graduation, Malcolm's mother called me. Her name was Patricia, and we had always gotten along well. I had eaten dinner with his family dozens of times. I had brought desserts to holidays. I had listened to his father talk about old cars and helped his sister move apartments. "Honey," Patricia said, her voice tight, "can we talk?" "Of course. What's going on?" "I just found out what Malcolm said to you about the graduation. I am so sorry. I had no idea you were not there because he told you not to come. He told us you were busy with work." I stayed quiet, letting her continue. "And I also just found out that you paid for his school," she said. "He never told us. We thought he had gotten some grant or loan. When I asked him about it today, he finally admitted it." My throat tightened. "I am furious with him," she said. "You have been nothing but good to him, Karen. This is not how we raised our son." "It was my choice to help," I said quietly. "No," Patricia replied. "Helping someone does not give them permission to erase you." After we hung up, I sat in silence for a long time. I felt a grim satisfaction. Not joy, exactly, but the relief of knowing the truth was finally moving without me having to chase it. Malcolm started calling that evening, then texting. Dozens of messages. "Please talk to me. I messed up. I can explain everything. I'm sorry. It is not what it looks like." It was exactly what it looked like. That Saturday morning, he showed up at my apartment. I almost did not answer, but I knew the conversation was inevitable. When I opened the door, he looked terrible. Red eyes, no shave, wrinkled hoodie, hands shaking. "Please," he said immediately. "Please let me explain." I stepped aside and let him in. We sat in my living room, the same room where we had talked about houses, vacations, children, and the kind of life we thought we were building. He stared at the floor like he was searching for a version of himself that had not ruined everything. "I panicked," he started. "Deanna and I got close during school. It was not supposed to happen. You were always working, and she was there, and I got confused." "Confused," I repeated. "I did not know how to tell you. I knew I would hurt you, and I kept putting it off. Then graduation came, and I just wanted the day to be perfect. I did not want drama. So you made me stay away, so you could play happy couple with her. He started crying. I know how it looks, but I do love you. I have always loved you. Deanna was a mistake. It is over now. When did you tell her it was over? He hesitated. I laughed bitterly. Yesterday? His silence answered for him. So you ended it after your family found out about the tuition money. Convenient. It is not like that. Then explain it to me, Malcolm. Explain how you let me pay $23,000 for a future you were already planning without me. He could not. He just sat there crying. And the strangest part was that I felt almost nothing. No urge to comfort him. No desperate need to understand. Just emptiness where love used to fight for him. Here is where the plan came in. The one Malcolm had no idea about. Before Patricia called me, before everything exploded, I had already spoken to a lawyer. Not because I wanted revenge, but because I needed to know whether I had any options. It turned out that if money could be shown as a loan and not a gift, repayment could be pursued, and without meaning to, I had protected myself. Several of my payment memos said tuition assistance for Malcolm. I also had old texts where we discussed him paying me back someday, back when he still pretended that our future included fairness. My lawyer drafted a formal repayment agreement for $23,000 to be paid over 3 years with minimal interest. Legal, documented, clean. I had it delivered to Malcolm's apartment by courier the day after he cried in my living room. He called me immediately, hysterical. You're suing me? Are you serious? I'm not suing you, I said. I'm asking for my money back. I do not have that kind of money. I just graduated. Then you will make payments. It is all outlined in the agreement. You are doing this because I hurt you. This is revenge. No, Malcolm. This is consequence. You got your degree. You said you would pay me back someday. Someday is now. He started sobbing. Please do not do this. We can work this out. Sign the agreement, or I will take it to court. Your choice. Then I hung up. It has been 2 months. Malcolm signed the agreement. His father co-signed it after Patricia told him everything. From what I heard, they had a massive fight, and his father told him he had embarrassed the family. Malcolm moved back in with his parents to save money, and he is making monthly payments to me now. Deanna wanted nothing to do with the drama once everything came out. Mutual connections told me she blocked him on everything. Apparently, being chosen at graduation is less romantic when you find out the degree was funded by the girlfriend he erased from the ceremony. Malcolm sent me a long email last week. It was full of apologies, memories, promises that he would be better, and lines about how he hoped I could forgive him someday. I did not respond. His friends tried reaching out too, saying I was being too harsh, that he made a mistake, that everyone deserves a second chance. I blocked most of them. Patricia still texts occasionally to check in. She apologized again for her son's behavior and said she hopes I find someone who deserves me. That meant more than all of Malcolm's apologies combined. As for me, I am doing okay. Some days are harder than others. I do not miss Malcolm. I miss who I thought he was. There is a difference. I have started going to the gym more. I picked up projects I had been putting off. I spend more time with my own friends and family. The money will take 3 years to get back in full, but every payment that hits my account feels like another door closing behind me. Not because of the money itself, but because it reminds me that I am not a doormat. I am not a scholarship fund with a heartbeat. I am not someone you can erase from the graduation stage after letting her pay for the diploma. I do not know if what I did makes me petty or smart. Maybe both. But I sleep fine at night now. And that is more than I could say 2 months ago.